Do you ever wonder if your choices really matter? This question has puzzled philosophers, scientists, and thinkers for centuries. It's at the heart of a fascinating concept known as free will. Today, we're diving into the deep end of this thought-provoking topic, the paradox of free will, exploring destiny and choice. Let's start by understanding what free will really means. At its core, free will is the idea that we have the ability to make our own decisions independent of outside forces or predetermined outcomes. It's the belief that we're in control of our actions and can shape our own destiny. But is this really the case? Or are our choices just illusions, predetermined by factors beyond our control? Throughout history, great minds have grappled with this question. Some argue that every decision we make is the result of our own free will. Others believe that our choices are predetermined by a complex web of causes and effects, leaving no room for true free will. This debate has raged on for centuries, and it's still a hot topic today. Let's consider the case for determinism. The view that all events, including human decisions, are ultimately determined by causes outside our control. This perspective suggests that our choices are the inevitable result of prior causes, much like dominoes falling in a predetermined pattern. Scientists who support this viewpoint to our genetics and our environment as the main factors shaping our decisions. Think about it. We don't choose our genes or the environment we're born into. These factors significantly influence our personality, preferences, and behaviors. If our decisions are simply the product of these predetermined factors, can we really say we have free will? But hold on. This doesn't align with our personal experience, does it? When we make decisions, we feel like we're in control. We weigh our options, consider the consequences, and make a choice. This feeling of agency is at the heart of the argument for free will. Supporters of free will argue that our ability to make conscious decisions sets us apart from machines or animals acting on pure instinct. They point out that we can override our impulses, change our minds, and even act against our own self-interest. This capacity for rational decision-making, they argue, is evidence of free will. Moreover, the concept of free will is closely tied to moral responsibility. If we don't have free will, can we be held accountable for our actions? This question has profound implications for our legal systems and our understanding of ethics. But what if there's a middle ground? Enter compatibilism, a view that attempts to reconcile free will with determinism. Compatibilists argue that free will is compatible with determinism if we define it correctly. They suggest that free will doesn't require the ability to have chosen differently in the exact same situation. Instead, they propose that free will is about acting according to our own motivations, without external coercion. This view introduces the concept of degrees of freedom. While our choices might be influenced by various factors, we still have the ability to make decisions based on our own reasons and values. In this perspective, free will isn't an all-or-nothing proposition, but a spectrum of freedom in decision-making. Now let's throw another wrench into the works: quantum mechanics. This branch of physics, which deals with the behavior of matter and energy at the molecular, atomic, nuclear, and even smaller microscopic levels, challenges the deterministic view of the universe. Quantum mechanics introduces uncertainty and probability into the equation. At the quantum level, events don't always have definite causes. This inherent randomness in the universe seems to leave room for free will. If the universe itself isn't deterministic, could this open the door for genuine free choice? The observer effect in quantum mechanics is particularly intriguing. It suggests that the act of observing a quantum system can influence its behavior. If our consciousness can influence physical reality at this fundamental level, could this be evidence of free will? However, it's important to note that quantum effects typically don't scale up to the macroscopic world we live in. So while quantum mechanics challenges strict determinism, it doesn't necessarily prove the existence of free will in our everyday decisions. Let's turn our attention to what modern neuroscience tells us about decision-making. Brain scans have given us unprecedented insight into the neural processes behind our choices. What they reveal is both fascinating and potentially unsettling for believers in free will. Studies have shown that our brains often make decisions before we're consciously aware of them. In some experiments, researchers could predict a person's decision several seconds before the person felt they had made a choice. This suggests that at least some of our decisions might be made subconsciously, raising questions about the nature of free will. Moreover, neuroscience has revealed the significant role our subconscious plays in decision-making. Our brains process vast amounts of information and make many decisions without our conscious awareness. This subconscious processing influences our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors in ways we might not realize. Does this mean our conscious mind is just a passenger, watching decisions unfold that were made by our subconscious? Or is our conscious mind still in control, even if it's not aware of all the factors influencing our choices? These are complex questions that neuroscientists and philosophers continue to debate. It's also worth considering how different cultures and religions view the concept of free will. Many cultures have their own unique perspectives on fate, destiny, and individual choice. Some emphasize personal responsibility and the power of individual decisions, while others view life events as predetermined or guided by higher powers. In many Western cultures, there's a strong emphasis on individual choice and personal responsibility. This aligns well with the concept of free will. On the other hand, some Eastern philosophies emphasize the interconnectedness of all things and the idea of going with the flow of life, which might seem more aligned with determinism. Religious views on free will are equally diverse. Some religious traditions believe in predestination, the idea that God has predetermined all events, including our choices. Others emphasize human free will as a crucial aspect of moral responsibility. Many religions grapple with how to reconcile human free will with the concept of an all-knowing deity. These cultural and religious perspectives remind us that our understanding of free will is deeply influenced by our cultural background and beliefs. They also highlight the profound implications of this debate on how we view ourselves and our place in the universe. Now, let's consider the practical implications of believing or not believing in free will. Research has shown that our beliefs about free will can significantly affect our behavior and attitudes. Studies have found that people who believe in free will tend to perform better on tasks requiring self-control. They're also more likely to help others and less likely to cheat. On the flip side, when people are led to doubt free will, they often become more likely to act immorally or shirk responsibility. These findings suggest that belief in free will might serve an important social function. It encourages people to take responsibility for their actions and to make moral choices. This has significant implications for our legal systems, which are largely based on the assumption of free will and personal responsibility. But what about living with this paradox? How do we find meaning and purpose in a world where the nature of our choices is uncertain? One approach is to focus on the power of perspective. Whether or not we have absolute free will, our beliefs about our ability to make choices can profoundly impact our lives. By cultivating a sense of agency and responsibility, we can motivate ourselves to work towards our goals and make positive changes in our lives. This doesn't mean ignoring the factors that influence our decisions. Understanding our genetic predispositions, the impact of our environment, and the role of our subconscious can help us make better choices. We can use this knowledge to set up our environment and habits in ways that support the decisions we want to make. It's also worth considering that even in a deterministic universe, our actions still matter. Every choice we make influences future events, shaping the world around us. Whether these choices are predetermined or not, they still have real consequences. Moreover, the very act of pondering these questions and striving to make good choices can be seen as an expression of free will. By engaging with these ideas, we're actively participating in shaping our understanding of ourselves and the world. This exploration of free will, it's clear that this is a complex and ongoing debate. There's no simple answer to whether we have free will or not, but perhaps that's not the point. The value lies in the questioning itself, in the way it pushes us to think deeply about the nature of our choices and our place in the universe. So what do you think? How does your belief about free will affect your life? Can we create our own sense of freedom even in a world of uncertainty? These are questions worth pondering as you go about your day, making countless decisions both big and small. The debate about free will is far from over. Scientists, philosophers, and thinkers continue to explore this fascinating topic, uncovering new insights and raising new questions. As we learn more about the brain, consciousness, and the fundamental nature of reality, our understanding of free will may evolve. In the meantime, we each have the opportunity to grapple with these ideas in our own lives. Whether you believe in absolute free will, strict determinism, or something in between, considering these questions can lead to profound insights about yourself and the world around you. As you move forward from this video, take a moment to reflect on your own beliefs about free will. How do these beliefs shape your actions and your view of the world? Are there ways you could use this understanding to live more intentionally? The power of these ideas lies not just in understanding them intellectually, but in how we apply them to our lives. By staying curious, open-minded, and reflective, we can continue to grow and evolve in our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the paradox of free will. We hope this discussion has sparked your curiosity and given you food for thought. Keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep making choices that align with your values and goals. Whether predetermined or freely chosen, your actions shape your life and the world around you. Make them count.